What's going on, YouTube world? Back again with another video for cosplay time. And today I am bringing you a review. And what kind of review are you asking? It's a review of this. It's from Parksabers. This is their Graflex ESB from Parksabers. And you heard me right. I've been getting a lot of people in the comment section keep telling me that I was pronouncing Graflex wrong. Well, I mean, because that, from a long time ago, that's how I heard it was said. So I thought that was the proper way of saying Graflex was Graflex. But I got a bunch of people in the comment section saying, oh, I'm saying it wrong. So I'm here to correct that. Graflex. 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 Okay, so there we go. Let's move on. Okay. And what we got here is from Parksabers, their Graflex Saber. Now, I got this a long time ago. This was my very first custom-made lightsaber. It looks like it came straight out of the movie. It's beautiful. And now, not to get this confused with the Force Awakens version. The Force Awakens version has some different things on it. One of the main differences from this version and the Force Awakens version is this button right here. In Empire Strikes Back, they removed the glass eye that was on the original prop from A New Hope. They removed that and they put a button on there instead. And now on the Force Awakens version, they took this button out and they put in the glass eye, which is just like from the A New Hope version. I prefer this version much more than the Force Awakens version because this version is exactly screen accurate to the Empire Strikes Back movie, which is my favorite Star Wars movie of all time. So this was my favorite lightsaber hilt of all time. And a lot of people complain about the grips here, but honestly, I love the grips. The grips give me actually a really good grip, and I hold the lightsaber like this. Just like how Mark Hamill was holding it when he was fighting Darth Vader. So a lot of people say that the control box gets in the way, but it really doesn't bother me because it's on the opposite side of where my right hand is. And you see I grip it just like this. I have no problem gripping the lightsaber. Now, this is from Parksabers, so there is no sounds. The way you look at it, this is one of their older styles. So if you open the clamp in like that, and then give it a twist and then pull out, this comes right off. And then now you got this cylinder right here, and then you have like this brass cylinder right here. And what you do is you just screw that part off, and then it pops out, and then there's your batteries right there. These sabers take the CR123 batteries. They're very small camera style batteries. So what you do is you pop that back in, push in, and then twist. You don't want to over twist on these kinds because if you over twist, you bend the batteries, you bend the contact of the batteries, and then it doesn't work. So you put that back on just like this. And then you just clip this back on. Boom, done. Now you can also tell that right here, the circuit board right here, it looks very weathered. Again, this is a lightsaber that I've had in my possession for over 10 years, so it's got some wear and tear when it comes to... This is the activation box. It activates by just you touching it. I think what it is that the moisture in your fingers connects right here and completes the circuit to turn on the lightsaber. So the handle itself, the hilt itself does not have the electronics. The only thing that the hilt has is the battery. So what has the electronics is the blade. Let me show you the blade real quick. Okay, and here's the blade itself. It's a very thin blade, but this right here, this connects right into the hilt. The blade itself, it's pretty thick. If you see here, it's a pretty thick-walled blade. But I'll tell you right now, it is very thin. So when you try to duel with this, it does seem like a noodle you're fighting with. Because the hitting and everything, it makes it bend. but it actually, you know, it withstands a lot of power. I mean, I've done some heavy dueling with this, and it actually stands up to it. It's not bad. Now, all the LEDs are inside the blade itself. It has a string LED inside the blade, so you get that strolling up and down effect, like the lightsaber is turning on and turning off. I can show you what that looks like right now. The way you do it is you take the button right here. This is actually your retention screw right here, which is actually very nice. I like that idea. Then what you do is you take the blade and you're gonna pop it right inside until you hear a click right there. Then twist that up, and now, like I said, you touch the circuit board to complete the circuit to turn on the blade. See, there we go. It's a pretty bright blade. I was actually surprised when I had got this on how bright it was. This is like a medium blue color. So let's turn this sucker off real quick. Alright. Now this has two modes also. What you just saw was the first mode. The second mode is if you touch it twice, right there you get a strobing effect. Which on the camera it looks like it's moving very slow, but in real life this thing is flickering like crazy right now, to give off the illusion that this thing is just shimmering right now. It kind of looks weird on camera, I know. Doesn't look like it's flickering too fast, but it actually is blinking really fast. Me, personally, I don't like that flicker effect. I think that flicker effect is not really that good. I just prefer to just have a steady on thing right there. So I think it looks really cool. Now to take out the blade, again, you just undo this retention, pull out the blade, done deal. Another thing I forgot to show you is that right here you get the movie accurate D-ring. It's just like this one, just like in the movie. And you hook it on your belt, and then you can wear it around to a con, or wear it around the house, whichever you prefer. Well, there you have it, folks. My in-depth review of the Parksabers Graflex ESB. You can still find this one on their website, but I don't know, a lot of people out there don't really like Parksabers, all because of the wait time you have to wait. I had to wait about, about 4 months to get this lightsaber. And most of that time waiting for the 4 months, he had finished the lightsaber hilt in like about a week. I was waiting most of the time because of the blade. He said that when I kept emailing him, he actually got back to me on emails quite a bit. So that was actually really good customer service. But he kept saying on how he had this finished on his desk, but he was waiting for the electronics to come into the mail with the supplies and everything to make the blade. So I would say the blade was the thing that took the longest to actually make. The hilt he had done right away. Or he probably had this already made and he was just actually making the blades themselves. But anyway, so you're looking around a couple months for fabrication and then for you to get the lightsaber in hand. But once you actually do get it, it's actually a really cool piece to have in your collection. For me, this is my ultimate favorite lightsaber hilt design. I know there's a lot of cool ones out there, but this is, you know, my pride and joy of my collection. But there you go. Then again, that's my full in-depth review of this lightsaber. It's still my favorite. I don't really use this one much for dueling. I have other lightsabers for that. This one just stays on my display stand, looking pretty. So this concludes my saber review of the Graflex from Parksabers. I will be having another video out shortly, so just make sure that you're clicking that subscribe button and also clicking the little bell. That way you get notified when my videos come out. So I think that brings me to the end of this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and remember, everybody can cosplay and it's always cosplay time.